and Oran's the first signing since you coming back. What attributes was it has it attracted you to him?
I think particularly, as we all know in this league, good quality strikers are hard to come by. And I suppose I've followed Emmett's progress, over the last 6 months, even been across the water, and I'd be very big with Ivan as well from a long time ago. And I even gave him a glowing report in relation to how he'd gone about his business in the second half of the season. So there's a lot of good attributes and big attributes, I think, that will suit into our style of play, and we can't wait to get going with it.
And from your point of view, Emma, I mean, I suppose like you look at maybe the example of other players that Oran has recruited and done well with. Is that something that helped to sort of convince you to come to Coleraine, so far as you look at likes of Owen Bradley and James McGuckin, ones that have come through? Do you see that as a good example for you to follow?
Yeah, of course. Known Owen Bradley very well, and look, any opportunity to work underneath Oran was always going to grab. As you say, other players have came and done it, and it's now a task for me to go and try and do the same and try and get myself broke onto the team here and do as much as I can to help this club get back to the top.
And are you surprised too? I mean, in a short space of time, from Markerfeld Sky to lose through to Derview, now to Coleraine, I mean, it's been quite a rapid progression. Yeah,
it was a big shock for me, because when I was playing at Markerfeld Sky, a great club it is, and it was go out on Saturday, enjoyed it, and then when the opportunity came, I even had to do a bit of persuading, because there was a wee bit of a journey there till, and I wanted to test myself there, and look, it's the same thing here. I want to test myself, I want to work hard and see what I can get out of myself and what I can give to Coleraine.
It's bound to be an exciting challenge for you as well, given your age now. This is a big opportunity, and it must be one that you're very excited about.
Yeah, I can't wait to get going, and it's very exciting for me. I never thought that 6 months ago that I'd be now signing on at such a big club. Look, Derview was excellent and really enjoyed my time there, but when an opportunity like this comes along, it's silly not to take it.
And some of the players, as you mentioned, Owen Bradley, and you played against Coleraine last year in the Irish Cup as well, and you get an idea of that level. I mean, you're obviously confident so far as you can come and get a place in the team and do well.
Look, it's all about hard work, and I'm going to have to come here and work as hard as I ever have, and I can't wait to do it. Pull the socks up and get going. But played here last year, but it was only my second game for Derview. Before that, it was only ever the Sky Blues. We played my youth football at Ballymena, but at that stage that was a long time ago, and in between it I played the Gaelic. But to even get that opportunity in my second game for Derview to come up against Coleraine was brilliant, and look, it worked out for me well last year, and I done well, got my goals and gave something to the team, and hopefully I can come out and do the same thing here at Coleraine.
And like Oran, your manager, your PE teacher as well, I mean, your paths cross at all in PE?
No, not yet.
Not yet. No, it's...
Where do you teach, sorry?
I was teaching in Belfast, but a lot of them in between.
You can maybe sort you out.
If I'm lucky.
And from your point of view, Oran, you sort of mentioned there already what Emmett's strengths are and stuff. I mean, it is a big opportunity for him, and one that you're probably confident that Emmett can grab with both hands, and he'll bring something else to the team this year coming.
No, he will, and I think probably throughout, even in my first spell at Coleraine and whatever else, as you mentioned there, we've had a lot of success with players who have come through what you would call an unorthodox pathway to hit, say, Irish League football. The likes of James McGuckin and Parkhill, who were late developers as such, and as you mentioned, Skinner, who came into it at 28, 29, and Emmett has played at a hugely high level for the last 7-8 years, albeit in a different sport, but there's a huge amount of discipline, huge amount of training and conditioning that goes into that, and a huge amount of that mentality will be required to come and do it here. And the big thing I always look for, and I've said it from day one and it'll never change, is hunger. And I think the scenario that he's been through, and the fact that he is a bit of a late developer, I think, not developer as such, but has come to football slightly late than most people, I think that brings a hunger in itself to want to improve. And I think you can even hear in his language there that, it's been a quick pathway, but one that he's enjoyed and one that he's keen to move on to the next level with. And you're hoping ideally that hunger will come through on the pitch every Saturday and be infectious for everybody else.
And you mentioned, in the Gaelic, I mean, obviously you played Macfell, Derry, played in big environments, big games, and you can't. There's no substitute for that, no matter what code or what game it is, and to have that experience of playing in front of big crowds, big games is invaluable too. Even bringing into the squad
hugely, and also even from the rest of the players' point of view, I know to play at county level and Gaelic requires a serious amount of commitment and training and everything else. So ideally, you're hoping to see aspects of that mentality and professionalism as well that we can carry across. So no, listen, we're all excited, and it's been, as I say, a big in-depth Ivan as well, because Derby were brilliant in dealing with it and everything else, and Ivan, being a football man, understands and knows when the opportunities there, I think, to step up one, that you're allowed to do it, as much as it was at the very, very start of their season as well. The timing wasn't ideal, but no, listen, the deal's done now and we're delighted and looking forward to getting to work.
And Oran gives you another player to pick from up front, because goals are hard to come by in this league. So
goals win games, exactly, and you can't have enough of a threat at the top end of the pitch. And I remember in particular, and again, the first time at the club, the first 2 or 3 years, that we sort of probably were light of goals and whatever else. And I think when you look to the successful seasons in particular, we players went in from all over the park with goals, and again, that's what you want. And if we can add another 15 odd goals to the club this season, it would be brilliant.